Hi guys, welcome to Mbali Talks. In today's video, I want to share with you 5 ways in which you can actually start your YouTube channel all the way in the comfort of your home and hopefully turn it into a full-time business that you can use to make money for yourself. As per YouTube tradition, please do hit the subscribe button so that you can join our community if you already haven't. And also please hit that like button, honey. It is absolutely free, just so long as this video can keep showing up in the faces of people who can actually use this kind of content. Without wasting any more of your time, please let's get right into it. My first piece of advice as a beginner's guide for you to starting a YouTube channel in 2022 is the most obvious thing, guys. Just start. I know how anxious you can actually get when you think, oh my goodness, now I must stand in front of a camera and actually talk to people. The camera must be good, the lighting must be great, I must have all the equipment in the world. Honey, I'm here to tell you that that is not a requirement. All you have to do is just get the courage to stand in front of your camera, whether it's a professional camera like this one and or it's actually your phone, which is something that we're actually going to talk about in part 2 of this beginner's guide. All you need to do is just be able to put out a couple of videos out there, see what actually takes, and actually start making money on YouTube. My second tip in the beginner's guide to starting a YouTube channel in 2022 is not to niche down just yet. So when you go online to watch all the big YouTubers, they're going to tell you about how important it is for you to pick a niche in order for you to be able to continue making consistent content for that particular niche. But the good thing about being a newbie is the fact that you don't necessarily have to pick an industry and or a topic that you want to talk about just yet at the beginning of your YouTube channel. And the reason I say this is that if you niche down too quickly, you will not be able to tell which content on your YouTube channel could have actually picked up for you to be able to make more content like that and therefore to quickly grow your YouTube channel. And the best part about being a newbie is the fact that no one is expecting you to now suddenly have all the details, you have all the statistics, because everybody understands when they land on a new YouTuber channel that this person is just starting out. Anyone who lands on their channel is just there to see what you're actually about, how you actually present yourself, and or if you actually have any interesting information for you to share. As a new YouTuber, you are going to find yourself wanting to share a lot of different things about your passions and or the skills that you have, because as human beings, we are very multifaceted. It would be unfair of you, especially at the beginning of your YouTube channel, to yourself to suddenly want to talk about just one thing. When you watch a lot of my old videos, you're going to realize I literally tried a lot of different things before I actually decided, you know what, my content is going to be in business and or in making money online. That's besides the fact that I actually do have a travel channel, which I decided to remove from this channel because I didn't want the drowning of the information. So for you as a new YouTuber, you can decide whether you're going to put travel content, business content, content that talks about your qualifications and skills and or your passions, etc. And then just watch those videos, whether you've made maybe 6 to 10 videos. Watch which one of those videos actually picks up quicker for you to be able to start getting the direction in which you are supposed to then niche down your channel into. My third tip in the beginner's guide to starting a YouTube channel in 2022 is to do your research. So in the second point, I suggested that you put out videos on many different topics based on your skills, your passions, and or things that you generally like to talk about. And even though a lot of the people that are going to come onto your channel to watch your content every day are definitely people that are interested in the topics that you're going to be talking about, you will need to be at least one step ahead of those people so that they can feel like they have valuable information coming out of this channel. And the only way for you to have one step ahead when it comes to valuable information is to put in a bit of time for you to be able to do your research before you can actually put a video together like this for you to be able to now say, oh, here's a video that I now have on my YouTube channel. Valuable information is what is going to keep people coming back to your channel. It's basically the reason why any of you that are actually watching this as subscribers ended up clicking the subscribe button. You probably thought, hey, here's Mbali Talks. She talks about making money online. She talks about how you can start a business. She talks about resources of places where you can actually stock for your business. This is definitely valuable content to me, and therefore I'm going to hit the subscribe button. It's also the reason why people, even if they're not going to subscribe to your channel, they're possibly going to hit the like button. I do remember seeing a few of what is called donations and or thanks on the website from people who felt like I had given them so much valuable information they were willing to pay a bit extra over and above the AdSense that I actually get from YouTube for them to be able to have watched and enjoyed this video. And again, as a newbie, these are all the things that are going to work in your favor when it comes to the YouTube algorithm choosing your video as the one to show up in the faces of more people, even if it's not people that are your subscribers. But the more people that are able to see your video, the more people that are able to like and or comment on your video to say how much you've actually helped them, the more quicker your YouTube channel is likely to grow. And quite honestly, as a newbie, I can tell you that these are all the things that are going to help your YouTube algorithm so that YouTube can keep picking up your video as one of the videos to show up organically on the search. So I recently did a video here where I was sharing with you guys a free list of my own hair supplies that I use for my business. And because people thought this information is so valuable, I literally got about 870 views in only 2 days, guys. And the views continue to grow. This basically told me that people must have really enjoyed the content that I had actually put together. And the fact that the content was based on not only just research with regards to the Dragon City shops, but also with experience, it definitely became valuable information. As well as all the comments that came with it. You want people to come onto your video to like, to comment, to subscribe, and also to be encouraged to share your content so that they can help your small YouTube channel to grow. My fourth point in the beginner's guide to starting a YouTube channel in 2022 is that don't worry about the algorithm just yet. And I know that I did mention it in point 3, but as a new YouTuber, YouTube has not even collected enough information on you and or your channel for you to be even worried about whether the algorithm is going to work for you or not. My advice again, like in point 2, is to put out as many videos as possible and then see which videos are actually picking up with regards to people feeling like they are valuable, with regards to people feel like you've done your research and you're sharing with them valuable information that they can actually use before you can actually start wondering, is my algorithm actually working for YouTube? So for those who don't know, your algorithm is basically all the positives about your content that YouTube looks into when they are comparing your video with your competitor's video. It is also the reason why YouTube is going to pick your video over someone else's video in the same niche and or in the same topic because they are favoring you better. What usually helps the algorithm is things like likes, like comments, and of course the number of subscribers that you're actually able to rake up in a short period of time, because the more people come onto your channel in a short space of time, the more it's able to communicate with the YouTube people that this person and or this channel is actually about to blow up. So they need to keep boosting it, especially when it comes to organic search on the tube. Of course, when you watch videos from the more seasoned YouTube creators, they're going to tell you how the algorithm has changed, how now YouTube is heading in this direction. And when you watch all those videos, especially when you're starting out, trust me, this is from experience, you can get very confused and very discouraged to a point where you'd actually think, oh my goodness, I'm never going to get to a point where I have 1.6 million subscribers. Don't worry about it. Your trick right now is to get subscribers, to get people to like your content, to get people to come back after you've released video 1, video 2, video 3, to come back and continuously and consistently watch your videos before you can even worry about what an algorithm is. And I'm not saying totally ignore what the algorithm stands for. I'm just saying spend at least the first 1 to 3 months of your presence here on YouTube creating good, valuable content before you can even start checking out whether your analytics make sense. Because if you post only one video on YouTube, even if you leave it for a couple of days, you're going to realize that because you've only posted one video and people have only come to your channel once, YouTube does not have enough information for them on your channel to be able to share insights like analytics for your channel. So you wouldn't even be able to know which people watch your video, where they are from in the world, what time they actually watched your video. All those insights can only start being valuable and available to you once your channel starts picking up. And the only way for your channel to start picking up is for you, again, to put out as many videos as possible in all different industries while you're testing out the tube to decide which actually works best for you. My first piece of advice in the beginner's guide to starting a YouTube channel in 2022 is basically the main reason you probably even clicked on this video for you to be able to watch. It's about the money, honey. So my advice for you is, as a new YouTuber, start treating your channel as a business because, like I said at the beginning of this video talks about how you can actually turn your YouTube channel into a business that could potentially turn into a full-time job for you as a way for you to be able to make money for yourself. So one of the main things that you need to focus on when you're starting a YouTube channel, even maybe before you sit in front of the camera to record, is to think at the back of your mind that this is a business. My channel is a business. I'm going to treat this channel as a business. If you do not do that and you treat your channel as a hobby, it's more likely to fail, and this is why. So a business is very much similar to your everyday job, except that it is more rewarding, and also the fact that unlike working for somebody else, all the money and or wealth and success that you're going to create is basically belonging to you. But like an everyday job that you have right now, where you work for someone else and get a salary, you need to show up for your YouTube channel every day as a business. You can't just post one video and then disappear for 2 weeks. In fact, as part 2 of this beginner's guide, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can actually make sure that your channel gets successful from day one by sharing some of the mistakes that I did so that you guys can actually avoid them as a new YouTuber. Another direct example is, imagine if you were to treat your everyday job as if it was a hobby. Show up to work as and when you want, show up late for work, don't submit reports, don't create content on time with regards to this business. I can assure you that your boss would more likely fire you. Of course, they'd probably give you a warning, maybe, if you're lucky. But if you totally slacked at your job, trust me, there wouldn't even be a first or second or third warning. They would just literally fire you. This business is exactly the same. If you don't spend time creating content, if you don't spend time creating research for that content so that you can share valuable information, if you don't start at all, if you obsess over minor issues like the algorithm at the beginning to a point where you get so choked by the anxiety you stop altogether, you are going to say YouTube never worked for you, when in fact YouTube is such a big platform. This is basically the reason why I decided to take my YouTube business more serious, because I started realizing that unless I do the work, the business is definitely not going to reward me. And take it from someone who's been running a business for the past 7 years, guys. You need to show up for your business every day. Whether you're researching, whether you're buying better equipment than the one that you started with, which is something that we're going to talk about in part 2 of this guide, or whether you're just involving other people in your workflow so that they can make your life easier. For example, I have Bianca that I sometimes use as someone who edits my videos. All those things are basically what would go into a business. Having a logo, having a name for your business, a channel name, having people that are going to come in to buy into your business, your subscribers and the people that watch. If you treat your YouTube channel like a hobby, trust me, it's not going to reward you. You are probably going to enjoy making the videos, but you're never going to see the money that everyone else on YouTube is talking about. So it's definitely one of the most important points when it comes to you deciding whether you want to start a YouTube channel or not in 2022. With all that said, that brings me to the end of this video. Please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so that you can join our community. And please also hit the like button so that this video can keep showing up in the faces of people who can use this kind of information. And also, please leave me a comment in the comment section if you're someone who feels like, you know what, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for the longest time. Maybe you could even drop in your ideas for me to be able to say which of these industries and or topics that you want to talk about are actually best for a platform like YouTube. Otherwise, thank you so very much for staying until the end of the video. I'm going to see you in the next Mbali Talks video. Cheers.